Imagine a city vanishing. 1,200 years ago, a heavily fortified port of the ancient world slipped beneath the Mediterranean Sea. To understand the scale of this loss, imagine the sudden disappearance of modern Manhattan. A sprawling epicenter of international commerce, religion, and naval power was swallowed entirely by the waves. For centuries, historians assumed the place was fictional. No physical trace remained on land, and the only evidence of its existence came from the scattered writings of ancient Greeks, like the historian Herodotus, who described a grand temple sitting at the edge of Egypt. A massive stone metropolis had vanished without leaving a single trace on land. Thonis-Heracleion sat right here at the mouth of the Nile Delta. Before Alexandria, it was Egypt's primary Mediterranean gateway. It operated as a mandatory entry point. Every merchant entering the pharaoh's domain had to dock here, clear customs, and pay heavy taxes. This economic choke point created a collision of cultures. Greek sailors and Egyptian priests lived side by side, merging their societies and equating their gods, linking the Greek Heracles with the Egyptian Khonsu. The pharaohs fortified this port with colossal stone temples and garrisons, yet the ancient world's most vital trade hub was ultimately conquered not by an army, but by the sea. The city remained hidden until the year 2000. Archaeologist Frank Gaudio was mapping the Abu Qir Bay, originally searching for the wreckage of 18th-century French warships from the Battle of the Nile. Instead of ship holes, Gaudio's sonar picked up solid anomalies buried under the sand. Divers found these 5-meter-tall pink granite statues of a Ptolemaic king and queen, standing perfectly intact on the seafloor. Nearby, resting 30 feet below the surface, the team discovered a colossal black stele weighing several tons and completely covered in precise carvings. The text was a royal decree from 380 BC. It commanded that the marker be erected at the entrance to the Sea of the Greeks in the town of Thonis. The inscription confirmed that Thonis and Heracleion, names used for centuries as if they were separate locations, belonged to this single city. The city described by ancient authors was a physical reality, hiding 30 feet below the surface. Excavations revealed a graveyard of 69 ancient shipwrecks, the largest collection found in one location, along with gold coins and preserved temple columns. In the harbor, they found hundreds of miniature bronze boats. Priests had deliberately dropped these into the water thousands of years ago as offerings during the festival of Osiris. These artifacts represent a tiny fraction of the total area. Current estimates suggest that only 5% of the 110 square kilometer site has been mapped. Over 100 square kilometers of urban territory remain untouched. What precise sequence of events could take down a metropolis of this scale? Soil samples and historical records point to a series of natural disasters, violent earthquakes striking the region at the same time as massive tidal waves. Built on the soft clay of the Nile Delta, earthquakes increased the underlying water pressure until the soil lost stability. This triggered liquefaction. The earth turned to liquid soup, causing massive stone buildings to sink straight into the seabed. As sand settled over the ruins, it created a protective seal, a perfect time capsule safe from looters for a millennium. Archaeologists are now working to map the remaining 95% of the ruins. Because human divers are limited by murky water, teams are deploying autonomous underwater vehicles and training neural networks to identify architectural anomalies buried deep in the sediment. An area of 110 square kilometers is still waiting in the dark, potentially holding lost texts, weapons, or untouched temple complexes. What do you think lies in the undiscovered 95%? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe to Fact on Net for more vanished worlds.